Hey, you guys, it's your girl Esther here. How's it going? How's everyone doing? Tonight is going to be a video about my story time, or what happened to me when I was about 21 years old. I think I was 21 or 22, something like that. But you guys, I always had a dream of being a plus size model ever since I could remember. As a child, I used to watch a lot of modeling shows on TV, and they had all these commercials. I think I was living in Mississippi at the time. And they used to have all these model commercials on TV. And then, I seen this commercial one day. I was just sitting home in the living room one day, and this commercial came on TV, right? So I ran, got a pen, I wrote the number down because the commercial came on a couple times. The commercial came on a couple times. So I ran, I got an ink pen, I wrote this number down. They were like, if this is your dream, and you know how they be asking all those questions, if this is your dream and this is what you want to do, call this number and this and that. So I didn't call the number right then. I'd call the number a couple days later, I think, but I did write the number down. And I was like, yeah, I'm real shy, but that's something I always want to do. And kid you not, people, I would not sit up here and lie to you guys. I don't know nothing about fashion, so I'm being real with you on the guy. I always wanted to be a plus size model ever since I was a kid. But I don't know nothing too much about fashion. But anyways, I was watching this commercial and I was like, oh, this seems very exciting. So I'm like, I'm going to call this number. But, I was thinking about it. I was just sitting there thinking about if I'm going to do it or not. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it just to see how it go work out with me. So I think a couple days later, this just happened like clockwork. I mean, a couple days later, I got the newspaper. Y'all, I'm not lying. I saw the same number in this newspaper. They used to throw out newspaper. At that time, they used to throw out newspaper on our porch. So at that time, I got the newspaper, and I was looking at the newspaper. I was like, oh, this is the same number that be on TV. I was in Mississippi. Like I said, I was in Mississippi at the time. But this, the place that I'm talking about, it's in Jackson, Mississippi. I live in a little small town in Indianola, Mississippi. And this paper, it had Jackson, Mississippi. Like I said, it had a dream. I look at things like, if you have a dream, a plus size model. They had plus size modeling, acting, and something else on the thing. It was modeling, acting, and something else. I can't remember. But yeah, it was something like that back then. But yeah, like I said, I was like 21 years old. I think 21 or 22. But anyway, you guys, I had my daughter when I had Destiny when I was 21. No, I got married when I was 21. I had this when I was 22. I had my first, so this had to be when I was 21 because at the time when I went to the modeling thing, I didn't have no kids at the time, so I had to be. She's 17 now, so you guys do the math. So, but yeah, back then I ain't had no kids then, so then I got married. I got married when I was 21, so I ain't had no kids at the time. But anyway, like you see stuff on commercials and stuff, you be like, wow, I was amazed about the commercial. I didn't know they had nothing like that down there in Mississippi. I didn't know they had nothing like that down there. So I was like, I used to watch a lot of celebrities and stuff on TV, and I'd be like, that stuff is happening far away. I didn't think it was in Mississippi, so I was like getting excited and stuff. So a couple days later, like I said, I had the newspaper and I had the number written down too. So I was like, I should call this number because I always wanted to be a plus size model. Ever since I can remember, growing up as a kid, when I used to watch it on TV, and I was like, man, those people wearing nice clothes and stuff, and you got to learn how to walk in heels. I was like, I know how to walk in heels, and y'all, at that time, I didn't have no stomach. I mean, I ain't had no stomach, no nothing, so I was just fine back then. Just some mirror free, I was fine back then, so I ain't had no stomach whatsoever. So I was like, one day I decided, so I'm going to call this number just to see, just to see how everything going. So I'm going to call this number. So you guys, I kid you not. I called that number, and, the people called me back. They were like, we was talking for a minute at first, and they were like, I'm going to call you right back in a minute or two. So by the time I think I went out the room or something, by the time I got the phone was ringing, they called me right back. I remember just like it was yesterday. They called me right back and like, who am I speaking with? I'm like, is this Esther? I'm like, yes, this is Esther, because I left my name and phone number. I'm like, yeah, this is Esther. And they were like, they were asking me all the questions. Why do you want to be a plus size model? And, question like that. And when can I set up an appointment and different stuff like that? They were asking me all kind of questions and stuff. So I was like, yeah, I would like to be a plus size model. And they were like, why did you want to be a plus size model? I'm like, because I told them I didn't know anything about fashion. I said, I don't know anything about fashion. So they would ask me like, what makes you want to be a model? You know, little questions here and there. They would ask me all kind of questions. So I said, okay. You know, I answer all their questions and stuff. And I said, okay. So they were like, when do you want to set up an appointment for to come meet with us and stuff so we can do your measurements and stuff? Cause they asked me my size and stuff, what I wear, what size. I think at that time, you guys, I was like a 10, 12 or something like that. Or, you know, I was small then. Like I said, I was small then. Something like a 10, 12, maybe a 10, 12 or something. I wasn't big at all then. So, anyways, they were like, you want to set up an appointment to come meet with us? I was like, sure, you know. So I made the appointment and stuff. And, you know, everything was going good. And I was so excited. I'm going to meet this modeling agency and stuff. So I was like, so I made an appointment like for the next week or something. But anyway, it was on a Saturday. I still remember it was on a Saturday. So I went and met the guy, you know. So when I first got in, the guy, he was like, could you walk for me and stuff, you know. I told him who I was, my name, and I had to fill out this little paper, my information on there. And they were like, can you walk for me and stuff? And so, because, you know, they told me to bring a pair of heels. They want to make sure I can walk in heels. So they told me to bring a pair of heels, told me to put the heels on. And they told me to wear some jeans, or like just wear jeans or something that fit your figure. You know, just something casual, or you can wear jeans that's something they want to see your figure in. So when I got in the door, you know, they asked me to walk. This first thing they asked me, and then they were like, did you bring your pictures and stuff? So I told them, yeah, I brought my picture. They wanted a head shot and a body shot. So I was like, I had plenty of those. So I brought the pictures and stuff with me, right? So he was looking at the pictures and stuff, and he was looking at me. He was like, wow, you beautiful. He was like, you're a beautiful lady. He said, I don't consider you plus size. You're not, to me, you're not that plus size. I was thinking, like, I thought 10, 12s and stuff like that was kind of plus size. I was thinking, you know, I was like, I thought 10, 12 was like plus size. You know, that's what I was thinking. You know, like I ain't never been just, well, back in the days when I was way younger than that, you know, 20, I was like real small then, but I always thought 10 and up and stuff was kind of like plus size. Anyways, that's what I thought, so. Anyway, you know, he went to, they did a headshot. They did my measurements and stuff like that. I was like, okay, you walk pretty good in heels. And he was telling me about my outfit I had on. It was very nice. I did put a pair of jeans on, but I wore heels with the jeans. He was like, yeah, you know, you walk pretty good and stuff. And he was like, do you wear braces? I was like, braces? I was like, no, I don't wear braces. He said, oh, your teeth are very pretty. You got very straight teeth. That's why I asked, did you wear braces? I said, no, I don't wear braces. I said, my teeth just always have been like this. I said, no, I don't wear braces. So, and then we got on to the part where he, like I said, the pictures, and he did my measurements and stuff. And what else he did? My measurements. Yeah, he did my measurements. And something else. Yeah, about the picture. Yeah, he asked me about the picture. He looked at the pictures and he liked the pictures or whatever. So he was like, is it okay if I keep these? I'm like, you know, sure. You know, and I did bring a lot of more pictures with me in a photo app. He was like, so, you guys, I never told my family about this. Well, some of them know. I know a few of them members know, but I always wanted to be a plus size model ever since I was growing up and stuff. You know, they know about because they know about some of the places I went to when I was younger. They know about that. But when we get to the part where they didn't know about and how I was so upset about what I went through after the situation, like, but I will get to that part in a minute. So anyway, he looked at the pictures and stuff. So he looked at the picture. He's like, oh, wow, these are nice pictures. And, you know, you got nice teeth. Your skin, ooh, your skin is flawless. You know, telling me all this stuff. I would get excited. I'm like, this guy likes me, you know, this and that, you know. He was like, yeah, your skin is beautiful. He said, I don't see a bump in your face the first. He's like, I don't see no bumps and no nothing in your face. And he was like, your skin is gorgeous. I was like, thank you. He was talking about how he liked my high cheekbones and stuff. You know, he was just saying a whole lot. I love your high cheekbones, and I love this, I love that. You know, we were just sitting there making conversation and stuff, just talking and stuff. And so anyways, this is the part I started getting kind of a little nervous about, you know, because like I said, they didn't say anything. So this is what I'm finna get to the part about. They didn't say anything about money. So that's why I'm gonna tell you how I was scammed off my dream. I was scammed. I was scammed big time, you know. So I'm trying not to get emotional because every time I think about this, you know, like I ain't never do. I said a lot of my family members didn't know, but some did. And y'all, I spent a lot of money. I even have these family members that are really real models. And they used to always tell me, Esther, I don't care what agency you go to, do not spend no money. Don't spend no money. An agency is not going to ask you for no money. They going to ask you for your pictures. That's about it. They not going to ask you for no money. But, you know, by me being young, and I was young and naive then, I want to listen to people. I don't think I want to do just, you know, get stuff done. I wasn't worried about no, I was not worried about no, you know, the stuff they were saying, you know, try to be hard-headed and stuff. And you know how young kids do think they know it all at the time. So at the time, I was like, because I'm really thinking like, dog, they didn't say anything about money on the phone and stuff. So when I got there to the school, found out, yeah, it was a school. I didn't think it was an agency at the time. So when I got there, they had all these model pictures all over the wall and stuff. So I'm like, you know, when I first got in, I'm like, oh, look, it looked kind of legit. You know, it looked like a modeling agency. When I seen all the people pictures on the wall, it looked like a modeling agency for real, though. So everything looked kind of legit when I walked through the door. Like I said, he would ask some questions. Like I think I see a lot of movies and shows and stuff. I see they really do ask people those questions that he was asking me. You know, I'm really like thinking everything good, everything cool or whatever. So anyway, you know, we started talking about like portfolios and stuff. He said, do you have a you ever had a portfolio made and stuff? I was like, no, I never had a portfolio made and stuff. And he said, you know, you would have to have one. You know, different ages would want to see you. You would have to have a portfolio and stuff. I was like, okay, you know. And that's when they started talking about money then. You know, like, you know, at that time, you guys, I had money then. I'm not going to lie to you. Back then, I had more money than I be having today. So I had money then, so it wasn't no problem. And so I'm telling y'all, they asked me about a portfolio and what else? It was something else they asked me about too. Main thing I know is about that portfolio. He asked me about the portfolio. I know about some pictures and something about some clothes, too, wardrobes or some different clothes, different wardrobes or something he asked me about. And so, you know, at that time, I used to wear tracks in my hair. You know, my hair was jet black. I used to wear the track, I used to wear the curly, the deep wavy hair. It was jet black. So he was just talking. And, you know, like I said, he was telling me all kind of stuff like, ooh, can we dye your hair, this and that? I said, of course, you can dye anything you want to dye. You know, you can dye anything you want to dye on me. So he was being pretty cool about it at first. Then he started talking about, like I said, he started talking about the portfolio and the wardrobe clothes. And we asked you to wear this, would you wear this? You know, we asked you to do this, would you do it? And I was like, you know, the question they asked me, I was like, sure, I dye my hair, you know. I cut my hair, I do this. You know, they asked me, oh, what would you do if we asked you to do this? And they were trying to see what my answers would be, you know, to their questions. I was like, okay, you know, I do that. I dye my hair. I do this, I do that. Whatever they ask me, I'm like, okay, cool, you know, that's fine. And they asked me something about, if we asked you to do nude, I was like, nude? I said, what you mean nude? Like, you know, at that time, I was looking like, what? So, but anyway, I told him, I said, nude. I just laughed. I kind of laughed at it. Really. He asked me like this, and then he started talking about something. Somehow we got off the subject with that, but he asked me something like that. We asked you to pose nude, would you pose nude? But like I said, I laughed it off. I was like, because it could be serious. I was like, but I was thinking about, you know, I know models do pose nude and stuff like that. But, you know, at that time, I was like, I was kind of skeptical about that. For real, I was just kind of in shock that he asked me that. But so he was like, so like I said, we get back onto this portfolio stuff. Like I said, he was asking me about the portfolio and do I need a, you know, do I have one? I was like, no, I don't have one. So he was like, you're going to have one. And we can get you one. And yeah, that's what it was, the comp cards. He said, we got to get you the comp cards and all that. Yeah, that's what they were. I couldn't think of the comp cards. So he was like, I'm going to do the comp cards, the portfolio and stuff like that for your, because you're going to need those for all different agencies and stuff, you know. Because we deal with a lot of agencies and stuff, and then we're going to be showing them your pictures and stuff, this and that. So I said, okay, cool, you know. And then when he got to it, he was like, I think it's like $1,100. He was saying about $1,100 and this and that. And I was like, what? $1,100? I said, for a portfolio. And he said, yeah, for different outfits. He said, we get the, you know, they had someone going to be doing our hair and all that stuff. He like, we have someone doing your hair and all that. I was like, that's a lot of money. I said, that's a lot of money, like $1,100. I'm telling you guys, this is the part that hurts me so bad. Like, how do people just do that to people, you know? So that's why I said the way I said how I was scammed off my dream, because, you know, he used this knowing, you know, like I was like, they're just psyching your head up, telling you, you can do this, you can do that, you so pretty, you so this and that. And I felt like at the time, you know, I was just falling for it and stuff, you know, because I'm not knowing this guy you know, trying to scam me. So I'm just like, you know, cool. I want to go and get my portfolio did. I want to go and do this, and I want to go and do this. So I'm going to not lie, you know, they let me do payment plans and stuff. So I think I paid like $600 then or something. Then I paid the other $5 later or something like that. But anyway, they let me do payment plans. So I had some already. I ain't had a whole $1,100 at the time. So, you know, like, you know, I'm just carrying money because I just carry cash on me anyway. So I'm not knowing that this money, you know, that I'm going to have to just give him all the money, you know. So I gave him, I'm like, okay, you know, start doing this. So when I think like he's taking my pictures and stuff, I'm like, oh, you know, he's taking my pictures. So evidently, you know, it's good and stuff. So by the time I get home and stuff, they call me back and stuff. And Esther, we have some news. I'm like, what? The $1,100 not gonna be enough. We need a couple more $100 and this and that. I'm like, what? A couple more $100? You know, they were saying about the $1,100 at first, and then they were like, we're gonna need some more, you know, we're gonna need some more money. I said, what you mean some more money? I already gotta pay 11. You know, I already said, you know, I was telling you about I paid 6 before, so it was like $1,100 or something. And they were like, we're gonna need like 3 more hundred added plus to that. I was like, huh? I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, why? So I said, what this for and stuff? He was gonna ask me somebody, do I want to model in this show they had coming up or something? They had some kind of show or something coming up. Did I want to participate in this show coming up soon? And so, you know, you thinking that agencies don't do nothing but like take your pictures and get you ready for shows and stuff. They don't be, cause that's what I told you. I got a cousin right now. She is a model. I mean, she a real model. She was always telling me, don't give models. I mean, don't get agencies money and stuff. Agencies ain't gonna ask for no money. Don't get them no money. They not gonna ask you for money. But like I said, I was being hard headed and, you know, young at the time, want to listen to nobody. And so I'm not gonna lie, you guys. Later on, I think that later on, a couple days later or something, I took the rest of the money back over there. I really did. I took the rest of the money back over there to the agency. And you guys, I never got the portfolio. I never got the portfolio. I never got the comp cards. I never got none of that. So after a couple of days, I tried to call back the number. The number wasn't even serviced. You know, like I said, I was scammed. I was so hurt after that. You know, I was really hurt, you guys, for real. I cried for a while because, you know, that's a lot of money. And I just went down the drain, and all because somebody lies and just use your dream was something you want to be in life. They use that to get the money what they want and stuff, you know, because I like some little parts, you know, like sent red flags to me in the back of my head, red flags. But, you know, I was like, yeah, he talking like, you know, like I said, I was young then. He was talking like he really was serious and sincere, you know, about everything. So, but then I tried to call back again, and the number kept saying the same thing. The number was out of service, and you know, guys, I cried. That hurted me so bad at the time when it happened to me. People were telling me, don't be giving them no money, you know, it's too much scamming and this and that. And, you know, what made me so mad, I was so mad at myself more than anything. Because I said, you know how somebody come and tell you something, you don't listen, and later on you come back and say, oh, they was right, I should have listened to them. But sometimes you want to just find out your own mistakes at the same time. You guys, I was scammed out like $1,400. Yes, I lost like $1,400. And to me at the time, I was young then, you know, even though I had money, you know, like I said, at the time, I ain't had all of it at the same time. But I did have the money. But that was a lot of money to be giving somebody and get scammed out of. So at the end, I was hurt. And y'all, sometimes I still look back at that and think about that too. I said, this could have been $1,400 for something else. Instead of somebody playing games with you and stuff, and, you know, getting your hopes up, getting your dreams up, and knowing they lying to you, playing you. But you guys, yeah, that's my story times. That's why I said I was scammed from my dream. You know, like I said, I always wanted to be a plus-size model, and I'm only, like I said, I'm 40 years old. And my dad always said, Esther, it is never too late. It's never too late unless you dead. So I'm not dead yet. So it's never too late to do anything. Like I said, I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up my dream. I know there are some real modeling agents out there, like real modeling agents, some that don't ask for money. So hopefully one day I will get to find one of those, the ones that don't ask for money and trying to scam you and Because this stuff had me messed up for a while. You know, I was scared to trust anybody. You know, anything people be asking me like, what's your social? What's this on the phone? You know, I used to be scared and nervous to get my social out. I used to be scared to just buy everything. You know, they be want to know about your credit card numbers. You know, some of that stuff I still think about. I just be scared to do now because of what happened to me when I was younger. I don't just trust people like that because, you know, it's so much scamming going on around here and I just be nervous and, you know, I just, every time I think about that, I'm like, they going to lose more, you know. I know it's over with. I lost the money now, but I said they going to lose more than that in the end, you know. You got to forgive people and move on, and I can't let that one thing get me down. But anyways, like I said, one day I will be that plus-size model that I always wanted to be, even though I don't know crap about fashion. No, you guys, I still don't know about fashion to this day. I don't know about fashion like that, but I know I want to be a plus-size model. I always have wanted to be one. So, anyways, I hope you guys like my story time. And I just want you to know what happened to me when I was younger. And so I said, I want you guys to be careful out there because there is a lot of scamming out there. And I was scammed out of my money, off of my dream. They used it against me to get money, knowing all the time they were just telling you lies and lies and lies. But anyway, you guys, be good, be blessed. And I hope you guys enjoy my story time. The name of it is Scammed Off My Dream. Thank you. Be good, be blessed. Love you guys. Peace.